Well, as we've just heard, Paul Ryan has criticised Barack Obama for running a negative ad campaign, and with the polls virtually deadlocked. The Democrats are working very hard to portray Mitt Romney as out of touch and uncaring. North America correspondent Lisa Miller takes a closer look.
They call it the Tampa War Room, just blocks from where Republicans are cementing their ambitions to take back the White House. Democrats are poised to destroy them.
We'll be here for the duration of the week. We'll be fact-checking the Republican statements when they try to tell you that Mitt Romney is a job creator.
This campaign has been one of the most negative ever seen.
In a world where thousands of jobs were destroyed by his corporate takeovers.
One day we had a job, and the next day we didn't.
Millions have been spent casting Mitt Romney as an out-of-touch rich guy. And the question facing Republicans is whether the Democrats have succeeded in defining their candidate before he could define himself.
Here, the trees are the right height.
Corporations are people, my friend.
I stand by what I said, whatever it was.
People haven't warmed up to him. They're not sure if he's fighting for them. It's not.
Margie O'Meara is a Democratic pollster.
It's very important here in the States for voters to like their candidates. They're not voting for a list of policies or policy positions as much as they're voting for a candidate that they feel is going to be fighting for them, who understands what their daily lives are like, shared struggles, and has the same values.
Mitt Romney is about to deliver his most important speech to these delegates, and the anticipation is intense. The left-wing media has delivered daily jabs.
Meanwhile, in Tampa, a last-ditch effort to redefine the undefinable.
People don't like you more.
Some people in your party don't like you.
The groundwork has been done. Mitt Romney's former challengers now speak glowingly.
During the course of all the presidential debates, there were 20 debates, you get to know the family. And I got to know Ann, I got to know Mitt, and he's a very decent guy. He's a family man, first and foremost.
Are you a real maple syrup guy? Are you...
The woman who's been by his side for 42 years was charged with softening the edges.
We got married and moved into a basement apartment. Our desk was a door propped up on sawhorses. Our dining room table was a fold-down ironing board in the kitchen.
The message couldn't have been clearer.
I love you, women!
If only they loved her husband back. If Mitt Romney had a problem with the women's vote before, the furor over Senate candidate Todd Akin's rape comments ensured it would become a gaping gender gap. Just look to the president to see how Democrats plan on capitalising on it.
He has signed up for positions, extreme positions, that are very consistent with the positions that a number of House Republicans have taken.
With an eye on the polls, Mitt Romney's been tailoring his language on the hustings.
By the way, just a word to the women entrepreneurs out there. If we become president and vice president, we want to speak to you. We want to help you.
Mitt Romney. He made millions off companies that went bankrupt.
Democrats will continue to hammer Mitt Romney over his refusal to release detailed tax returns and his time as CEO of Bain Capital, where they say he was a cold-hearted job destroyer.
I served with John Kerry. I served with John Kerry.
John Kerry has not been honest about what happened in Vietnam.
He is lying about his record.
Democrats learned in 2004 how damaging a ruthless advertising blitz could be in redefining a candidate. John Kerry had his presidential campaign derailed by the Swiftboat veterans who questioned his Vietnam War service and discredited his record. He never recovered.
These are the kinds of headlines Mitt Romney wants to banish. What do you really believe, it asks. What Republicans believe is that this week is their best chance to reset the campaign with a candidate whose image they've now had a chance to define. Lisa Miller, Lateline.